Sirece's Pieces. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Sirece's Pieces. This is episode 18, Push Yourself. That's right, I don't have any makeup on today. I wanted to have that sleek, natural face for you guys. Today is Saturday Slay without your makeup. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Saturday Slay. I just didn't feel like putting makeup on today. I'm gonna go ahead and dive right in. Saturday Sirece's Pieces, episode 18, Push Yourself. There are 3 tips that I want to give you to just help you push yourself. And this is really, really important in life itself, because I don't know if you've ever heard of the gospel song called Encourage Yourself. Well, this is very similar to the concept of being able to find the motivation to encourage yourself. It's very easy to find motivation and encouragement from other people and other sources and things and situations get you motivated, but it's actually extremely difficult to encourage yourself and push yourself all on your own. So what I did this time for this specific episode is I actually looked up the word push, and what I got was just so revelating to me. And again, when I do these episodes, it's because it's something I either experienced already or I am currently experiencing now. I realize the power of pushing yourself and encouraging yourself, because it really makes a great difference, because people will not always be there to push you and motivate you and encourage you, and you cannot depend on other people and things to get you where you're going. So number 1, when I look at the word push, it said to exert force. So what I want to encourage you to do is, yes, force yourself to begin to do things differently. And so in order to do things differently, you have to think differently. And so my pastor always talks about your thoughts will create your actions. So what I want to encourage you to do is force yourself to think differently. And you have to force yourself to do that, because so naturally we think negatively, we discourage ourselves, and we're constantly putting ourselves down. It comes so easily and so naturally. These voices in our heads, our own voice, voices from the media, from music, from other people, are just constantly just keeping us in a place of negativity and hopelessness and discouragement. So you need to actually intentionally force yourself to begin to think positively and to begin to think about where you want to see yourself going. Whatever it is that's been holding you back, whatever you've been procrastinating on, whatever it is that has you stuck, this is where I want you to push yourself. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll take that one thing and push it to the side, put it on the back burner and say, oh, let me just focus on this right now. And a lot of times that's just an excuse, because you just feel like you don't have what it takes to push yourself. And so the first thing that you have to do to push yourself is exert force. Force yourself to begin thinking differently so that it can begin to show in your actions. Number 2 is moving forward. This is literally straight from the definition of the word push. It says to move forward past people or things. And I've talked about this time and time again in other episodes and podcasts and Sirece's Pieces, that in order for you to do something successful, you need to be able to let go of the past. You need to move forward past people and things that have hurt you or that have got you down, traumatizing situations, horrible events, things that you just can't seem to let go of. Well, it's time for you to move forward. In order for you to push yourself, you have to move forward. And it's so funny, because in the dictionary, it actually says to move forward with force. So everything that I'm telling you to do from point number 1, point number 2 is about using force. Force means to be intentional about it, to take everything that you have to make something happen. So you need to use force to think differently, and you need to use force to let go of the past and begin to move forward. The last tip, number 3, for pushing yourself is to make a vigorous effort. Again, this time I did not come up with all of these fun words. It came straight from the dictionary, and I just wanted to dive in and share this with you, because I want you to really understand, what does it mean to push yourself? You can say it all the time, but if you don't really understand what it takes to push yourself, then you're not going to have the correct tools and formula to actually do that successfully. And so to make a vigorous effort is meaning that you have to seriously consider all things and all factors in your life to get up and do something. Get up and take a step towards that goal, and take a step towards that change, or take a step in the movement of the direction of the destination that you desire to see. You have to make a vigorous effort towards your goal. All of these things are much easier said than done, I know, trust me. And that's why these words are so demanding and commanding. Okay, you need to learn how to use force, then you need to use that force to move forward, and then you need to make a vigorous effort. A lot of times, we have these huge dreams and these huge desires and goals, or even to simply see ourselves in a different place, and we don't make any effort to do that. This third section about effort means take baby steps. What is the one thing that you can do to make a small effort in the right direction? Okay, so I hope you got something out of those 3 tips, guys. It is so important that if nobody else is doing it, you are getting up every day and pushing yourself towards that goal. Take baby steps, get forceful, move forward, let go of the past, and make a vigorous effort. Guys, if you want to hear the full message of pushing yourself, please tune in to Percia's podcast. It's the same episode 18 titled Push Yourself, and I dive in, and it is so motivating. It is so encouraging. A lot of times when I do these podcasts and Sirese's Pieces, I'm talking to myself, because you have to motivate yourself. You have to encourage yourself. You have to push yourself. Don't let obstacles get in the way and use them as excuses. I just did my Percia's podcast in an airport. Now, I could have easily said, oh my gosh, I don't have time, space, or anywhere to do it, but I found a private bathroom. I went in there and I did my podcast, because I learned that you can use anything to say, this is why I can't. Or you can use all things as an obstacle to be creative and to push yourself, to be better, to grow, to get stronger, to find ideas and creative ways to still reach your goals. So thank you guys again for tuning in to Saturday Sirese's Pieces. Again, don't forget to check out Percia's podcast. It's available on iTunes. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.
It's Percia Production.